It's been 2 years. I'm starting to understand what Team Cherry felt when pressing the publish button. What do you even say when dropping the project that big? Check Steam, I guess? Hello everyone, you probably don't know me, I haven't been active in the community for quite some time now. If you do, that's great, you're awesome, but either way, let me just introduce myself real quick. I am a GD player. I've been playing this game for 10 years at that point. I've never done anything big in the community, there were attempts before, but none of them landed. But I always wanted to do something like this. If it's not clear yet, I've made a level. It took 2 years of my life, and this video is my journey through all of it. Okay, first of all, it's a Hollow Knight level. You've seen it before, it's been done in Classic and Platformer. People are really passionate about the game and have been recreating different aspects of it since 2.2 dropped, and even before that. Now look, if I'm being honest with you, like completely honest, I don't know where the idea of a Hollow Knight level comes from. I don't think I got inspired by one of those recreations. But I cannot pinpoint the exact timing of when I said, I'm gonna do the Hollow Knight level, it'll be great. Look, it's been 2 years, okay? Something just clicked, I guess, and then it spiraled. I started making custom mechanics for the level, like HP system, the dash, the double jump. This part of the creating process was unironically the most fun. I really liked figuring out what objects to use to make those custom interactions. It was great. It's like a puzzle game inside the level editor for a completely different game. I've been working on a level for a couple of weeks now. It really started to look like a thing I might be working on for the next year. I've been sharing bits of progress with my Discord. It was like a little developer progress report thingy. I was very passionate about the project. I was feeling like I could have finished it before the last December, the previous one. I couldn't. I do realize now that you shouldn't make a deadline for yourself if you're nowhere near the finish line. At that time I didn't. On top of that, I had a YouTube channel to maintain. I was also streaming quite often, and it was just too much for me to also create a level of this scale. You know, part of the problem is I'm not a teenager anymore. I am, as some people would say, an unk. I work at a job, and there's definitely some stress involved with it. Eventually something had to go. It couldn't be my job for obvious reasons, and I told myself that I can always come back to YouTube after a while. I really hope I made the right decision. I still remember the time period in 2025 when I just didn't touch the level for 3 months, not even for a day. It's not like I was streaming a lot. At that time I stopped doing that too. I don't know how to fight the burnout. What worked for me is realizing that the only way for me to change my life is to finish the level, upload it, and just catch the wave that follows the release. So I did exactly that. With the new burst of motivation, I started working on the project. It wasn't a lot, just an hour a day at best, but I finally had a reason to open the editor again. Fast forward to November, the second anniversary of 2.2 is getting closer, but so is the release of the level. I dropped a trailer, you might have seen it. I think I did a pretty good job in maintaining this OG Hollow Knight feel to it. At that point the level was almost finished. I had around 3 to 4 hours of work left, and with the release date being December 20th, I knew I had enough time. Now look, I think we need to address the elephant in the room. This level is highly unoriginal. It's built off of the famous IP, that being the Hollow Knight. I obviously didn't ask Team Cherry if I could trace their character designs into my stupid Geometry Dash level. Do I regret the fact that I copied a lot of it? The layouts, the arts, the universe? Kinda. Not really. Like, it's complicated. I would definitely prefer if my only finished work was an original one, but building off of something that was established before was so much easier and helped me learn a lot about world building, filling up the scene with details and other things. I came out of this project a lot more knowledgeable, so I don't think making fan content for a game is that bad. In fact, I think it's a great way for you to learn skills that will help you create your own thing. Like Undertale fan games, nobody has problems with that. I don't think so. Speaking of Undertale, Toby Fox himself was making fan content for Earthbound, I believe, before dropping one of the most influential pieces of media ever created. Do not quote me on that, by the way, it's what ChatGPT told me. I never checked if it's actually true. It adds to the dramatic effect of the video, so I'll take it. You shouldn't trust everything you hear on the internet. As much as I hate the fact that I didn't stop myself from taking Hollow Knight as a base for my level, I still think it has its charm. After all, it's not a blatant recreation of a game. I added a bit of my own vision into it. I've made it a prequel, and I do think it's more of a Quarion than SMB 1-1. This was also the most difficult thing I've done in this game, and probably my entire life. Look, I'm not a creative person, and when the time came to decorate the level, it broke me. You might be thinking, how hard could it be to decorate it after making the whole mechanics and bosses and other stuff? Surely placing decorations would take less time. The hardest part has already been completed. A year. It took me a whole year to do this, when I already had done everything, except for some rocks and bushes here and there. You know, Geometry Dash is a mental game. You always hear about those insane achievements of players pushing their limits to beat what everyone thought would be impossible. This is it for me. This level is my grief, my flame wall. It's not as flashy or hyped, but it is important to me. So, with all the flaws the level has, I'm still glad I was able to finish that journey. You probably have your own project, just like that one. It might have its own flaws and inspirations, it might be more or less original. All of this doesn't matter. What truly matters is that you put your heart and soul into it. It might be something that you just started working on. It might be a project years into making. It might also be just something to challenge yourself, to try and recreate something complicated, even if it's already been done before. Either way, it deserves to exist, and there is only one way to get a bad outcome. That is if you give up. So, even if you feel like you don't have what it takes to finish it, even if you don't believe in yourself, I do. And trust me, if you're still breathing, then that is enough to chase your dreams. Just don't give up. You will hate yourself for it. There was a lot being said today. It's kinda silly to think that making a level in this $2 game could impact your life so much. Man, hope is such a strong drug. It makes you think you're able to move mountains, to achieve the unachievable. You know, sometimes it's good to gaslight yourself into thinking that you can do this. This is what helped me to keep going, and I hope it does that for you too. But for now, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for being here with me. I'll see you next time. And until then, just bye.